try to look for that elusive goal. So they're taking the game to Pirates, but they're also risking by playing a very high line, and you can see Nkota on the right-hand side is finding those spaces.
Significantly more balanced than the first leg. Pirates having just that little bit more time on the ball than they had in Algeria.
You understand, because of now MC is starting to put more pressure. They're starting now to take those risks whereby they have to. The time is not on their side at the same time, so they have to put numbers in front of Pirates' counter half. So at the same time, I think you need the likes of Tabi to get closer to the striker Bangura, because he needs that support as soon as he sticks the ball, because if the ball is able to stick to him, but he needs those supporting runs in front of him.
Pomoto, with coming a little bit more forward, looking for that goal from Mc Alger, that allows Pirates to pull the trigger on the threat they brought into the starting lineup, Nkota.
I think what will be key would be Mbata on the ball. If he can be more composed, can be able to find the pass without being rushed. I thought in the first 20 minutes he was rushing a little bit too much when there was not enough pressure. Orlando Pirates must not release the ball when they don't feel the pressure or when the players are not as close as possible. This is the threat that I'm speaking about. When he's got time and space and thread that ball in behind the pace of Nkota on that right-hand side, they just need more numbers in the box. Mahopa is taking that near post. Hotto and Rile Mufuka needs to do better in terms of giving the support.
The sliding doors are closing on this pass, but wow, he still makes that just before the doors close.
It's perfect. I think I even like the way he ran into space. Space awareness for me, dribbling into that space. Only that inch that was missing for him just to execute it and make it a perfect inch pass. And another thing for me, Nkota there also, having to have that significance of having to see the awareness of trying to find Mahopa.
Again, we'll see how Nkota here. Out wide, tries to pull it back. It's on the right foot though. It's not the favorite foot.
Yeah, Thomas, they're finding a lot of space on the right-hand side, and Nkota is rightfully exploiting them. Would like to see maybe really drifting in a bit more because he's playing a bit wide. So I think if he comes a bit in, and combines with Nkota, there'll be a bigger threat there.
There were a couple of more half opportunities. Orlando Pirates creating this one here. The Pirates fans call him the Hottomatic, and he pulls a shot here that had Masawi worried.
It's just that it's just swerving away from goal. A good shot. It's good to see that the two wingbacks are combining, because it's Van Rooyen that picks up the ball on the right-hand side. He has got space to cut inside to be able to find Dion Hotto. They need more of those actions to say the free man is going to be the guys that are in the wide positions, but they need to take the correct decision at all times. Unlikely for Hotto not to get that on target.
Game balanced, and there were chances on the other side. Sipo Chain was called into action. The big man up front out of Guinea is Bangura, and just 12 minutes into the game, Bangura, half opportunity, snapshot.
Yeah, Thomas, we mentioned that he's going to be a threat up front with his physicality, and but I think so far Koke and Sebisi have done a good job in neutralizing him.
The snapshot coming in, but then here's the trouble. Tabti shows a little bit more skill than anyone was expecting.
Very smart of him. They're able to put the ball in between the I think it's Koke there in between Koke's legs. And very smart, kept the ball alive. Another dribbling also, because that's what you want from him, especially with the caliber that he has, the skills that he has. You want him to dribble so that he's able to eliminate and be a threat, because of now he's starting to cause a threat.
What's needed now? If this game is going to open up for Pirates, is it the same, or is there something sitting on the bench that can be thrown on to at least get the home goal?
I think before you go to the bench, for me, would be the distances between the lines, the back three and the midfield four. They need to be a little bit more compact. The balls in behind that Koke has to turn and run onto. CVC needs to give the cover a little bit earlier. But when you're looking on that bench, if you're looking for somebody that can come off that bench of Orlando Pirates, you have to look at Tito Maswangani. I think he can be key in terms of keeping the ball for longer periods. Mabasa, if you're looking for goals, maybe Radio Pani, if there's any emergency in terms of getting those goals.
And then when we see on the other side, Mc Alger, substitutions that can make a difference?
Yeah, they've got their top goal scorer, Sofiane Bayezid is there. They've also got Kipre Zanoun, the Ivory Coast international, and there's Mohamed Zugrana, the Burkina Faso international. So they've got a lot of offensive threat up front there.
The threats are there. So far, nothing to separate the two teams. How do you wrap up the first half, Bila?
So far, so good. I mean, in terms of Orlando Pirates, so far, so good. They are playing the right spaces where you want to even head these people. want to head MCLs in those areas. So spend more time in their half so that you don't end up running towards your own goals in then those crucial moments.
Mizwil, so far so good, and that's really a way to describe the action that we've seen. It's been so good so far. Zamalek are in action on the La Liga channel on Supersport, and they are playing up against Steadies, and that game still 0-0 at halftime, like the match that we're in right now. Pirates have the 1-goal advantage. Remember, if Mc Alger were to score one and it would have finished that way, this game would go straight to a penalty shootout. That's the rules in the Caf Champions League. At this stage, though, Pirates still 1-0 up and in the driving seat for that place in the semi-final. The Ghosts are here to witness it, as you are, right here on your World of Champions.